What is going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives, GeoFlux here. I'm at the gym. It's 11 something at night. Getting my 1 hour cardio in and gonna do some push-ups and some weights. I haven't been here in a minute due to my ruptured Achilles, but we getting back into it slowly but surely. But anyways, this video, it has nothing to do with that. This video has everything to do with the situation with Puffy P. Diddy. Now, remember, this was back in May. I made a video discussing the then surveillance camera of him physically assaulting Casey at a hotel room in an elevator. And I've said this time and time again, when it comes to toxic, abusive men, and let's just call a thing, cisgendered men, it's a pattern of behavior. It is a pattern of behavior. And oftentimes, abusive cis men hang out with other abusive cis men. And I'm gonna keep saying this. When things like this come to light, to the media, and people are made aware of toxic abuse and behaviors and actions that a cis man has committed or allegedly committed, notice you're gonna always see groups of other cis males running to defend the abusive cis male. And I'm gonna keep saying this. That's because they are also predators, abusers. So it's a red flag. And notice how they're always so quick to defend the most heinous acts and behaviors. Oh, you're bringing a black man down. Oh, y'all so happy to see a black man go to jail. Y'all happy to see a black man go to prison. Why do y'all always align yourselves with abusive cis men? Because you are an abusive cis male. I keep saying it, and it keeps proving me right time and time again. This time, not only did one of his various mansions get raided, but the evidence is just stacking and stacking and stacking. And these are essentially RICO charges: racketeering, sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, rape of men and women. And of course, remember, everybody was so caught up on the potential allegations that P. Diddy was gay, and everybody was like, oh my God, no Diddy, and the homophobia was just in your face. Y'all more concerned about somebody being potentially gay than the fact that this man is running around sexually assaulting and physically abusing people. And then also, it just highlights the price of fame. People are willing to turn and ignore abuse and go along with abuse just so they can have a record deal, just so they can make money, just so they can be a celebrity. And it also goes to show you how other men, other cis males, are being victimized by who? Another cis male. Because whether it's Usher, Meek Mill, and the list goes on and on of the allegations of P. Diddy sexually harassing, assaulting, and abusing them. And now we've got Danity Kane. We have all of these different people that are speaking up and speaking out about what they endured. Now, here's the thing. This man has been allowed to get away with these types of behaviors for well over 3 decades. It's been 30 plus years of Sean P. Diddy, Puffy, whatever, Combs abusing people. And also you have to notice, in order for a lot of these cis males to do the abuse that they do, they are surrounded by yes men, and they are surrounded by people who are essentially enablers to the abuse. A lot of people helped P. Diddy abuse and wreak havoc on people's lives for 3+ decades. So, same thing with R. Kelly. He had plenty of assistants. He had plenty of people, covering up things for him, and so did P. Diddy. So there's a litany, there's a slew of other people, men, women, whoever, who will be also being charged in the RICO. It's only a matter of time. And you're also likely going to hear about other celebrities that were abusing other people. And then the sex parties that were actually rape sessions, essentially. Like, seriously, you've got allegations of this man drugging people with Special K, raping and abusing people so badly that they need IV drips. And yet, here goes these cis males. Oh, you don't know the stories. Y'all don't know the facts. Y'all hating on a black man. Y'all trying to take down a black man. Y'all always want to align yourself with the most horrible ass niggas on the planet. And it says a lot about you. This is why I'm gonna keep saying it. And I don't care. Your average cisgendered man, cis male, is a walking red flag until proven otherwise. I do not care. Most of you are abusive and violent. Y'all sit up here and say the most effed up shit and then want to get mad when people are stereotyping you for good reason. Again, there's a reason why y'all aren't allowed in certain professions. There's a reason why we don't want women out late at night, because we have to worry about cis males potentially raping, kidnapping, murdering, killing them for simply being out at 11 o'clock at night, walking back home or walking to their car. There's a reason why women are choosing the bear, okay? People get sick and tired of dealing with the bullshit and acting like what we're dealing with ain't real. Case in point, we done had numerous school shootings, and the school year just started, and each situation involved who? A cisgendered male. Okay. Because y'all are literally raising demons. It just needs to be said. And toxic masculinity, misogyny, rape culture, sexism, patriarchy is exactly why we continue to have these problems. It makes no sense that we all have to be living in fear because you don't want to hold cis men accountable for the atrocities that they commit on a consistent basis. But y'all want to sit up here and talk about, well, we got to get the family back together and family values. Meanwhile, family values are typically cis men running around raping and sexually assaulting people, molesting. I mean, literally. People need IV drips after dealing with you. And this is another thing. This is why when you meet people and they're talking about non-disclosure agreements, that's a red flag. That's a flag on the play. There's a reason why they have non-disclosure agreements, because they know what they're doing is wrong. And the funny thing is, those NDAs do not hold up well in court, as we are seeing. Because you know what? Illegal is illegal. Also, notice how Donald J. Trump and P. Diddy were besties. At least appearing in a few pictures like they were the best of friends. Again, abusers hang out with abusers. Predators hang out with predators. Cis males, it is what it is. Y'all will sit up here and know your friend has allegations of him being a rapist, being a deadbeat, domestic violence and abusive, and y'all will still sit up and be like, that's my boy, that's my nigga. You know, y'all don't really know him like that. He don't do that. And y'all will sit up here and be best of friends with these types of niggas. And then wonder why we side-eye you. Like I said, I do not care anymore. Most of you are red flags. It is what it is. All this sitting up trying to give this population the benefit of the doubt is exactly why many people end up being victims. I'm just gonna be real. Until a cis male shows through his actions and words matching that he's a decent person, you need to just assume he's probably not up to any good. Okay? Because at this point, why continue to dance around with the snake and then be surprised when the snake bites you? Because that's exactly what a lot of us be doing. I'm just being real. They done showed you time and time again they are not to be trusted. They do not care about you. And ironically enough, back in May, you had all these other men sitting up justifying another man being sexually assaulted in a porn video. These are also the same men who will then turn around and want to support people like P. Diddy, want to support people like Donald J. Trump, but then want to be in your face. That's why I just be saying, a lot of times you want to know another way that you can pretty much tell you're dealing with a red flag when dealing with cis men. Ask them questions about politics. Ask them questions about bodily autonomy and consent and rape culture, abortion, etc. You will hear from the horse's mouth that he ain't about shit, that he is a red flag. Okay? And again, they always find a way to defend bad shit because that's who they are. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Quacks like a duck, walks like a duck. Guess what, motherfucker? It's a duck. So that's why I just be like, look, you can't say I didn't say this, and you can't say I haven't been consistently saying the same thing. But of course, oh, you're hating. Oh, but you transitioned to be a man. Meanwhile, I was intersex. But, okay. And the difference is, yes, I'm an intersex trans man. But guess what? I'm not the one going around raping people, am I? I'm not the one going around drugging folks and sexually abusing them to the point that they need IV drips. I'm not the one having RICO charges set up against me. I'm not the one going around creating a bunch of unwanted pregnancies. I'm not the one being the deadbeat. So, like I said, it is what it is. It's only a matter of time. We're about to hear about so many celebrities that a lot of us have worshipped, idolized, and put on pedestals. It's a case in point. It's time for Chris Brown to also be held accountable for shit. I'm just being real. It's time for various celebrities to be held accountable for the things that they have been doing for years. And y'all do all of this, well, not all men. Hashtag not all men. Meanwhile, Usher and a few other men were at the table having dinner while P. Diddy was being physically abusive to a woman, and their punk asses didn't do shit. And you know why? Because they're scared of him too. But remember, not all men. Meanwhile, these men are afraid of another man. Go figure. Which is another reason why a lot of you coward bitch niggas don't speak up and step up when you see men doing bad things, because you know that they do bad things and you're afraid of those bad things happening to you. But then you want to turn around and tell women, oh, it's not all men, yet you're scared of men yourself. Go figure. Child, you can't make this shit up. This is why I say what I say every time. Anyways, more information is in the description box below. But don't say y'all wasn't warned. And like I said, you better start treating cis males like the red flags that many of them are, instead of sitting up here giving them the benefit of the doubt to show you that they ain't about shit. You've been warned.